Thank you for having me here. It's very exciting to be back, and it's great to see so many people out here on this very sunny, maybe a little windy day, but sunny enough. I think that what we just heard really bears to mind that both the successes that we've had in breast cancer, but also our failures and where we really need to make progress. And we've really, over the last several decades, made a lot of progress. And there are a lot of women who do survive their illness, but unfortunately there's too many that don't. And so one of the things that I've been focused on is figuring out a little bit better why people develop their cancer. And there's many different factors involved in that, but one of them is whether or not people are genetically predisposed. And what you heard from Janet about 5 to 10% of breast cancers being due to a genetic susceptibility, those are due to BRCA1 and BRCA2 mutations, and they're not that common. However, they've really given us an understanding of how we can use that information. And we've used that information both to figure out who's at risk, to prevent cancers, and then more recently, and very excitingly, how to use specific drugs to develop in those women. And so it's extremely exciting. And but that's just the start. We actually know a lot more about genetic susceptibility to breast cancer than that. We know that there are a lot of other genes out there that increase one's risk by a little bit. But what we don't know yet is how to use that information to help the woman that's in front of us. So one of the projects that we have ongoing at Penn and helped sponsored by your fundraising efforts, which is just tremendous, is that we've actually had 1,000 women who are undergoing routine screening mammography, and we've collected DNA on them and are looking at their genetic susceptibility to these what we call low penetrance genes that just increase your risk by a little bit. And the purpose of this is to figure out how to use that information, because it's not just about 5 to 10% of women. It needs to be about all women. It needs to be about figuring out how to use this information for everybody. So I think it's a very exciting time in breast cancer genetics research. The research is hard, it's slower than we want, but it makes continually forward progress, and it's because of your efforts in fundraising that we're able to do the work that we do. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I hope to not run too slowly today.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for all the work you're doing in this dreadful disease. At this time,